Welcome to the BallisticNG tutorial. Just like the older Wipeout games, BallisticNG is not an easy game and takes a long time to be mastered. If you have already played Wipeout on the PlayStation 1, this will sound familiar to you. If you haven't, don't worry, everything will be covered. Before you start playing, make sure you have correctly set your controls in the options menu. Press the thrust key to start moving forward. Release the thrust key to start slowing down. Your ship has two air brakes, one on each side. Press both at the same time to quickly slow down. Applying only one air brake will slow down your ship on only one side, causing it to drift towards the opposite side. Air brake usage will be covered later in this tutorial. On the bottom right corner, right next to your speed, are two gauges. The dark one represents how close you are from your top speed, and the light one is your current thrust. You need to keep your thrust level at 100% all the time to ensure maximum acceleration. You must only slow down with your air brakes. When you start the game, a dozen ships are available which all have their strengths and weaknesses. Some have to be unlocked by winning championships. There are 5 stats on each ship: top speed, handling, acceleration, shielding, and weapon power. Handling is related to the weight of your ship. The lower this stat is, the slower it responds to your turning commands. A ship with high handling is a good choice for beginners, as it will be way more responsive and will decrease your chance of crashing into walls. On the other hand, ships with lower handling tend to be faster, but less maneuverable and should be flown with care. G-Tech, M-Tech, and Tenrai have very good handling and are perfect for beginners. Wyvern, Scorpio, Omnicom, and Hyperion are more suited for skilled players. Nexus, Diavolt, and Barracuda, if you can unlock it, should be flown by expert pilots only. Shielding is the ability for your ship to sustain damage from collisions and weapons. The higher the number, the more damage you can take. Firepower is the amount of damage your weapons deal to enemy ships. The higher the number, the more damage you deal. Five different speed classes are available in BallisticNG, from slowest to fastest: Toxic, Apex, Halberd, Spectre, and Zen. Each superior speed class increases the top speed by 15%, but reduces acceleration and deceleration by 10 to 12%. Therefore, when choosing a higher speed class, not only your ship gets more inertia, which increases your crash chance, it also gets lower acceleration, which puts you even more behind, as your ship must reaccelerate to its increased cruising speed after a collision. Also, in higher speed classes, managing your air brakes and speed will be crucial to negotiate sharp corners. As stated before, air brakes make your ship drift towards one side. Now, if you combine them with steering, you will be able to negotiate sharp corners much more easily. Here, I am quickly pressing the left air brake while turning left. Since I'm using a light ship, I don't need to use them that much. Now in real time. The heavier your craft, the more air braking you need to use. Air brakes need to be used carefully. Overusing them can make you hit the outside wall. Don't hesitate to use both air brakes at the same time before a difficult corner. To retain maximum speed, your ship needs to be as parallel to the track as possible. You will need to pitch up or down according to the track undulations. If you don't pitch correctly during an elevation change, your ship will slow down proportionally to the angle between your ship and the track ahead. Notice how much speed I'm losing if I don't pitch while going uphill. And now with correct pitching. Notice how important pitching is on this track section. Keep in mind that your ship takes time to pitch. You will need to pitch ahead if you want it to be useful. Pitching up can also help you gain altitude after a hill, allowing you to bypass some track portions, like here. Keep in mind that landings are also affected by your pitch angle. Try to land parallel to the track, or you might bounce away from it. Also, your ship will automatically start leveling down when you are not pitching anymore. Keep that in mind. Hyperthrust is the ability to trade your shield energy for a temporary speed boost. This has many purposes. It can help you recover faster from a hairpin or a collision, but most importantly, you can skip track portions and even take some shortcuts if you can find them. Such as this one, or this one. It's always more effective to use it selectively, because your craft eventually reaches its boosted top speed and doesn't accelerate anymore, while still depleting its shields. Here you can see my ship reaching its boosted top speed and not accelerating anymore. Obviously, the less collisions you make, the more hyperthrust you will have at your disposal, increasing your lead even more. Try to ration it on tracks where the pit lane is not easily accessible by using around 15% each lap. Remember that you can only use hyperthrust when your shields are above 25%. To receive a Startboost, you need to keep your thrust around 75% when the timer reaches 0. The Startboost is proportional to the speed class you're currently flying on. Eight different weapons are available in BallisticNG. You can only have one at any given time and cannot pick up a weapon while another one is active. Shields make you immune to any form of damage, including plasma bolts. Rockets fly straight. Try to aim ahead of your targets. Missiles can be locked on targets in front of you or behind you. They will lock on the closest target and will remain locked until it gets either destroyed or out of range. It takes less time to lock a target from behind. The cannon is good for clearing mines and slowing down opponents. Mines are good at slowing down opponents and messing up their racing lines. Plasma will kill anyone in one shot, but it is very hard to aim. The E-Pack will give you a 25% energy boost. You can only pick it up if your energy is lower than 25%. Autopilot will automatically steer your ship along the track. You should be careful as it does not avoid mines, opponents or any weapons. Don't hesitate to abuse it, as it cannot make you crash. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't hesitate to ask any questions. unless they're really dumb.
Contender eliminated.